The mythic North, Northern Europe of the 19th century. In this North, the myths are real. Covered by vast, cold forests, the few cities that exist are lonely beacons of industry and enlightenment. There's a new civilization dawning. But in the countryside, the old ways remain. There people know what lurks in the dark, what stirs in the shadows, watching, waiting, and they know to fear it. This is Vaesen, Nordic Horror Roleplaying. Today we're going to talk about the role-playing game Vaesen and its wonderfully terrifying setting, the mythic North. So exactly what North are we talking about? Canada? Siberia? Greenland? No. The core game introduces us to the university town of Uppsala, which is in Sweden during the 19th century. Uppsala in Sweden actually exists because I was born there. So, Sweden, Northern Europe, boom, right at the cusp of industrialization. Humans have more and more abandoned the old ways to pursue a new way of life, where new machines, new industries are revolutionizing the world. A new era is upon us. The old ways are fundamentally changing. But Sweden and the whole Nordic region is old. People have lived up there for thousands and thousands of years. Countless traditions, legends, myths have been shared amongst those who could survive the brutal, dark winters. Even religions have come and gone, leaving their mark on the traditions. Folklore naturally developed to explain the unexplainable. And that's where this game, Vaesen, gathers its inspiration. In Nordic folklore, you can find tales of these creatures, these beings that exist among us, lurking in the shadows. People use them to explain everything from weather events to accidents. It was used to scare children from misbehaving, pretty successfully, I might add. I don't think I've ever heard any story about these creatures that didn't give me severe nightmares as a kid and an adult. And in Swedish, we call these creatures Vaesen. The game is based on Johan Egerkrans' book Nordiska Vaesen, which means Vaesen of the North, and includes common creatures such as gnomes, trolls, fairies, dragons, but also featuring Vaesen that are more specific to the Nordic folklore. For example, the Neck, who lures his victims down to the river where he lives by playing his violin, or the Woodwife, who lures her victims into the forest where she lives by being beautiful and seductive. Not all Nordic Vaesen are sexy monsters who try to lure anyone anywhere. Some are just downright terrifying, while some are kinda cute. The word Vaesen is used both when referring to one Vaesen or several Vaesen. An interesting fact about the word Vaesen is that it can also refer to someone's inner spirit, someone's essence, like your soul. But this is not a lesson in Swedish, so let's get back to the game. In the role-playing game, you find yourself as a person who has the sight, meaning you can see Vaesen around you, unlike your peers who have dismissed it as just folk tales and myths. This puts you, meaning your player character, in a slightly awkward situation, because you're in the 19th century after all, and while everyone has heard of these old tales, no one really actually wants to be around someone who can confirm their existence, because it's not really acceptable in proper society. You're a crazy person who can see invisible things. So most people around you would probably solve that by putting you in an asylum or have you hanged. Fortunately, you're not alone. There are other people with the sight who have banded together secretly and formed something that they refer to as the Society. In the core rulebook, the headquarters of the Society is in Uppsala, which works as the home base for your player character. There you will find lore, ancient artifacts, and other useful tools to learn more about Vaesen and this unseen world. Because people will come and find you, asking for your help in solving mysteries. Perhaps they have heard unsettling sounds at night but can't find its source. Perhaps they are being haunted by an unseen shadow ever since their mother passed away. Or perhaps they want your help in controlling one of these beings, these spirits, for their own personal gain. I will delve deeper into how you actually play this game in a later video, but the main objective of this game is that of understanding Vaesen and helping others to live with them, or, if they are of the more sinister kind, get rid of them. All of this in a world that's not very understanding or open-minded of the occult. While the core game of Vaesen introduces us to Uppsala and Sweden, the world of Vaesen is a lot bigger than that. Free League has official expansions for Mythic Britain and Ireland and the upcoming Mythic Carpathia. There are also tons of fan-made adventures that explore other parts of the world and the local folklore and creatures that can be found there. And with that, let's get lured in by a Vaesen into a dark forest where you might get pregnant. For worse.